Gone like a whisper in the wind. By Shmeeya. BTS AU Fanfiction. Rated fiction, T for teen. English. Romance Angst. Chapters 2. Words 962. Reviews 10, faves 9, and follows 8. Published June 11, 2017. A fleeting dream. A broken promise. Story to unfold. About one's love untold. Gone like a whisper in the wind. I wish of our story to begin, so please, won't you hear me out? Though my voice may be unheard now, and I am but a whisper in the wind. Will you love me one day? For those that have dreams, what do they truly want? Success? Fame? Revenge? Happiness? I know not. I have a dream. Dream where you love me too. Things like that are just fantasy. Raindrops softly fell against the glass of the window. Dark gray clouds blotted the sky, and the quiet rumble of thunder could be heard in the distance. The storm would be arriving soon, and the gentle rain would transform into a cascading downpour. Y/N sighed quietly as she dropped her book bag next to her desk and slumped down into her seat. Class hadn't even begun, and she was already wishing for the day to be over, but that was just who she was. She'd much rather prefer to be home reading, watching television, playing games, or drawing. She, however, did not have a choice. A good, proper education meant a good, prosperous life. At least, this person actually is pretty decent fucking punctuation. It's not bad. They even use the fucking semicolon in there. Props. At least, although they also forgot a fucking... Oh, what's it called? Never mind, I'm just gonna get back to reading. At least that's what her parents believed. Y/N, however, didn't believe in such things. She believed that life was what you made out of it. Nothing could sculpt it for you. You just had to do what you thought necessary with your own free will. Even the thought of stating her mind or her beliefs to her parents, however, was enough to give her nightmares for weeks on end. Every time, because it's in parentheses, it's capital Y/N. I don't know what that means. I'm sure it's lingo for something. So I'm just going to say yen, because I don't know what else to say. So that's what she's going to be named, or whatever. Yen shuddered at the thought before pulling at her cheeks as an attempt to rid herself of her negative thoughts as she lingered in tiredness. A loud, exaggerated groan escaped her lips as she rested her head on her hand and gazed into the raindrop-covered windows. While in her daze, she hadn't realized that the other students began to appear in their seats. What are they, fucking phantoms? Just fucking appearing in their seats? That is, till the bell rang, causing her to jump slightly in her seat. A stifled chuckle came from behind her as she turned to see none other than Kim Tae-young, her best friend. Yen furrowed her eyebrows and glared at him, puffing out her cheeks slightly as she flicked his forehead. Youch! What was that for? Tae-young whined as he frowned at her in betrayal and disbelief. Yen shook her head in utter disappointment, for her attention was attracted to the door that resided on the far right corner of the room. The door was slowly sliding open, gaining the attention of the teacher and the other students. Once the door was open a little more than halfway, Yen slapped her hand over her mouth and bit her tongue as in an attempt to prevent herself from laughing. With his head hung low, Jimin stepped into the room, soaked to the bone in his school uniform. Stop right there, Mr. Park, Miss Hand scolded sternly, narrowing her eyes at him. Oh, this is a woman. Step right there, Mr. No, I'm just gonna give this a dude's voice. I'm sorry, I'm not willing to commit that much yet. Okay, fuck, I just lost my place. Jimin froze, not even able to take 5 steps into the room. Go stand in the hallway. I don't want a mess in my class, Miss Han ordered, pointing to the door which Jimin had come through. Jimin sighed before backing out of the room and slowly sliding the door closed. Suddenly, all eyes fell on Yen, and her cheeks flushed dark pink in both shame and embarrassment. Miss Park, would you please head to the office and get your dear brother, Mr. Park, a towel? Miss Han requested in a stern yet gentle voice. Yen grumbled slightly before standing up and trudging to the door in the upper right corner of the room. Head hung low. Oh, Miss Han added. Make sure to tell Mr. Park to keep his arms in the air as punishment for being late to class. What? It's a weird-ass punishment. A few students snickered as she slid open the door and walked out, sliding it closed with her foot. Yen turned her head to the right, glaring at Jimin, who was standing by the back door out of the classroom. Jimin's eyes widened slightly as he noticed her glaring at him. Arms up. You were late. If they aren't back when I come back, I'll tell Mrs. Han. But if you had a problem with it, take it up with Miss Han. Oh, wait. You can't. Jimin glared at Yen before sighing in defeat and throwing her arms in the air. Yen turned away with a smug grin before venturing down the hallway to the flight of stairs. She took her time as she made her way down the stairs, making sure not to slip and fall. Once she reached the bottom, she saw a boy at his locker, soaked even more so than Jim. But what the fuck is with all the dudes in this story being wet? She sheepishly rubbed the back of her neck as the boy looked at her, eyes widening longer than they held each other's gaze. Hey, you want me to get you a towel? Yen asked as she approached the boy. The boy nodded slightly before shaking his head and bowing before opening his locker. Yen furrowed her eyebrows before mumbling an okay, and continuing on her way to the office. Once arriving at the office, she was greeted by one of the secretaries. Good morning, Miss Park. Are you here for towels? I saw Mr. Park come in late, soaked to the bone. Wait, what did they fucking make reservations to get towels at the office? What office carries fucking towels? What is this? Yeah, I am. Could I have a few extra, please? The secretary smiled sweetly before nodding her head and grabbing some towels from underneath the counter. Is this enough? She asked and handed them to Yen. Yen nodded before quickly exiting the office, hoping to find the boy that she had previously encountered. That's the last chapter, so that's as far as it goes. That's all she wrote. I'm probably gonna read some fan fiction from now on. This is the first one I've tried. I wanted to do BTS because I know BTS is popular and I'm absolutely for fucking writing trends while that's a thing. So if you're watching this, do me a favor and tell me what you think. I didn't actually read this story. So this reading of it is the first. I was learning of the story along with you as you were following along with me. So I'm gonna go find another fanfiction and create another video. And yeah. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. If you're watching this on Facebook, you're probably my friend, so fucking comment whatever. Bye bye.